A video with the sound of my kettle boiling. A video on coconut milk. I was thinking ages ago, and I forgot all about it, about maybe making a coconut milk creme brulee. I kind of thought, well, why not? I mean, or using it in a custard tart. So I bought some, and it was in the cupboard for ages, and then I need to do something else with some egg whites, so I've got some egg yolks. So let's see if we can go and have a go at making a coconut custard creme brulee type of thing. But let's open it and have a look first, and let's turn that kettle off. So, better shake first. So shake first. The basic idea is that we'll boil it up. You should be able to boil it because it goes in curries, so we'll be able to boil it up. I'll just take that off because I'm all about the recycling. So they're 400 milliliters, so I reckon that's about 10 egg yolks. So let's have a look at it. It should be well in date. It should be well in date because it's tinned. We should check. There's some bottom. Here we go. Okay, we're on until 24. We're in 23 at the moment. Oh, so that's kind of quite thick, isn't it? And how does it taste? Does it taste sweet? I've never really used coconut milk. No, it just tastes coconutty. So, that's fine. Let's heat it up and see what happens. Let's just heat it up and see what happens. So, 2 tins. I might put another egg in. 2 tins in, and then heat underneath it. And we'll see if it, hopefully it shouldn't curdle when we heat it up. Can't imagine so. And then we're going to throw in some sugar, and then throw in some egg yolks, and then we're going to put it in little ramekins, and then we're going to poach it in a pan of water in a bain marie in the oven at a gentle temperature. So we'll kind of see. But I just want to see if it curdles first. So you don't need to see that. We can pause while that heats up, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm not going to put sugar in. What I find is that if something like milk or cream is wanting to boil, if you just catch it in time, it's starting to want to boil over. If you haven't put sugar in already, what you can do is you can put sugar in, and it lowers the temperature. It stops it from boiling. So and that's just a little thing that I do because I've got a habit of putting things on the heat and then disappearing off and going doing something else because I've generally got 5 things to do at the same time, and I forget about it and it boils over and I kick myself. So keep the sugar out of it, and also danger that it might just slightly burn by putting the sugar in now. But anyway, so heat that up, come up to boil, have another taste of it. We'll throw in some sugar, and then we'll mix in some egg yolks, and we'll see what happens. Right, we are starting to boil. So it doesn't look like it's split or anything. Still tastes like watery coconut. I always thought it'd taste a little bit more luxurious. So 200 grams for 800 milliliters of coconut milk. We're putting in 200 grams worth of caster sugar. No, not caster sugar. Granulated sugar. Doesn't need to be caster sugar because it's going to melt, so there's no point. Caster sugar is more fine sugar is more expensive than granulated sugar. Granulated sugar being the type of sugar that you put in your coffee and tea. So there's no point using an expensive sugar if it's just going to melt into the something else. So, taste it again. See how it tastes. That's all right. I don't think it wants to be unsweet. It'd be nice with a bit of cardamom in. But anyway, so then it's just advisable to mix your eggs and then pour some of this mixture into the egg mixture. I should have done it in a jug, not to worry. We'll transfer it into a jug and we'll pour it in. So just boil it, and then it'll just cook. The hotter the hotter the temperature of the custard when we put it into the oven, the quicker it will cook in the oven. So if you're quick and you don't hang around, you can get it in the oven quicker, and it will cook quicker. And that means there's less time for it to potentially split, which sometimes happens, or separate. Maybe not split, but separate. So it's just about starting to boil. So ladle full of that in there, like that. Maybe another one. Then that's not going to curdle the eggs. And you don't want to turn them into scrambled eggs, and then we need a jug. I've washed enough jugs today already. So we'll pour in. I've got the spatula over there, so that can go in there. That. Oops. Reach for the spatula. Get all that milk out of there. Hasn't caught on the bottom of the pan, which is a good thing. Pour into wash, and then whisk eggs into there. Right, so that's not going to curdle. And then scrape all that out there. Give myself some more washing up to do. But it's okay. That like that. Let's just turn the board around that way so I've got a bit more space. And then, so, best way to do that is this. So, collection of ramekins. And what we'll do is we'll pour the custard into the ramekins. Ideally, you're best off to pour it in and then just sliding it straight into the oven on the shelf, but can't do that. So that into there like that. See how many we make. I've got a bit too much. I've got a few jars. It'll be fine. Could use whole eggs. If I was making a custard tart, I'd use whole eggs, like a yolk and white. It's only that I've got the yolks that we're doing just yolks, but the recipe works either way. To be honest, it probably wants, for a creme brulee, it probably wants more yolks, and I'll hopefully remember to put it in the description, the recipe for a creme brulee. This is not how I make creme brulees, by the way. Oh, someone said the other day that my creme brulee was the best I've ever tasted, and they'd been round all of France, and my creme brulee was the best I ever tasted. So I'm certainly not going to give out my recipe for free on here. So we need to put some boiling water in there before it goes in the oven, but I don't want to be pouring boiling water into it now and then lift it into the oven. We'll put it on like 120, would be about the right temperature. So I'm going to put this on the shelf in the oven, and then I'm going to pour water into it. Squeaky of a door, I will fix it one day. To be honest, I'm more likely to get a new oven before I fix it. I'm kidding myself. I'll fix it, I won't. So that onto the oven tray, and then boiling water into the tray. Oh, they need to be heat-proof ramekins, by the way, if they're going in the oven. So that 3/4 of the way up of the. Oh, that moment. No, that's okay. Right, that's fine. Just different heights. So that into the oven, and I reckon it'll be about 20 minutes or half an hour before those are ready. But anyway, we'll see what they're like when they come out. Well, we'll see what they're like when they come out, but we'll have to wait until tomorrow morning, until they're cooled, to be able to taste them. So, they've had an hour. I don't think they're going to set. for whatever reason. So let's pull them out and have a look. So they're certainly up to temperature that the egg would set. They're just not. They just don't. I just don't think they're going to set. I don't know why. I don't know why. They've lost. They're not wobbling like a custard should. So it's the right amount of liquid for the right amount of egg yolk. They just don't look like they're going to set like an egg custard. So I don't know if they need more egg in. But we'll find out. So let's stick a spoon in and have a see. I've already stuck a spoon in that one like half an hour ago. So it's got skin on the top, and the hot, it's just, oh, I don't know, it's just not thick like an egg custard is. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll leave them out overnight. I'm not going to bother taking them out of the container. It's 12:30 now. So I'm going to go to bed. They'll cool down and they'll, and they'll set. Hopefully overnight. The heating will be off. Maybe I will pull them out. Maybe I will pull them out. How are my chef fingers? My chef fingers are fine. So let's pull them out of that water and then they'll cool down a little bit quicker. So I've said it before, but chefs have not got asbestos fingers. It's all down to how you grip things and not let's move the camera, and just not holding things as loosely as possible without dropping them, and ignoring the pain. So my hands are kind of quite soft, but I'm sure some people have got really calloused hands and they can pick up really kind of quite hot things. Although I have got a funny story about that maybe I shouldn't save it. Maybe I shouldn't share it. Yeah, a lad that I work. Not really one for sharing stories on here, but a lad that I worked with had a bit of an amphetamine problem. So much so that he used to forget to use his oven cloth and would pull things out of the oven that were so hot that make his hands steam and burn, but he didn't feel it because he was that strung out on amphetamines. But anyway, so yeah, so chefs haven't got asbestos hands. My hands are kind of quite soft. It's just the way you pick things up. So we'll see. I'll put those. Yeah, the heat's going to go off, but I'll put them somewhere cool, and we'll see if they're set in the morning, and if they're a little bit thicker, they might just go like a nice consistency, like a tin custard. That'd be kind of quite a nice consistency for something that's in a pot. But we'll see in the morning if they're set. They might have worked. They might have worked. They're not moving that much. So let's give one a try. In the centre. That's worked. Soft. Yeah, it's worked. The consistency is not as good as when you use milk or cream, but it works. I think I would yeah, I think that's a better way of using I think to infuse coconut into some cream or milk, I think will give a better kind of outcome. It's nice. I mean, I've eaten all that, haven't I? It's soft, but I don't know, it's not as luxurious as I would have liked. But it's alright, it works. It's about the right type of ratio. So there we go. Success. Might look at it again in the future and kind of have another go. And kind of maybe have a faff around. Maybe kind of infuse some desiccated coconut into some cream and then use that cream to make a what we call it, a custard tart. Maybe. But it works. Tastes coconut. Very nice.